So my buddy here, Kevin, another local ham, who just completed his first POTA today, by the way. I think it was successful. I didn't hear specifics on that yet, but anyway, he posed me 3 different questions, and I'm going to answer all 3 in 3 different videos. So first question is, HF nets, how do they work? And there are multiple kinds of HF nets out there, much like there are multiple different VHF nets out there. The ones that I frequent the most are OMS, OM International Sideband Society nets, where we make contacts with one another, and we are basically making contacts and working for awards. Worked all states, and there's a whole bunch of other fun ones out there. So, sorry, trying to see what that was. As far as those go, you're making contacts with who you hear. And once in a while, let's use the example of me working Hawaii on 80 meters. That was my last state I needed on 80 meters on SSB, and I got it. They were, let's say a 2-1, 2-2, very, very quiet, but I barely hear them. And I don't remember what they gave me, maybe like a 3-3, something like that. It's still fairly quiet. And there was a relay in between us. So typically we have a guy in California who's very loud, very good station. He acts as a relay between us, and he says, "Yep, you got the signal report right. Yep, you have the signal report right. It's a good contact." And so we do that, and that's how we kind of make some of these much more harder contacts. Especially like Alaska, Hawaii, especially on like 80 meters, that's difficult. And now we're also talking about doing 160 meters as a late net, so we can bring in Hawaii and Alaska in there as well. That should be fun. But anyway, so that is one kind of a net. And a lot of those, at least ones I've seen, they have some sort of relay to help make sure you get your good call. So cheating in some respect, but ultimately it's a lot easier way, helpful way to make that contact. There's other kind of like rag chew nets, so they're just all talking to one another. You may hear only half the conversation, but with propagation, they might hear the other conversation. Or some of these nets like that, they may, this person may not hear half the conversation, and that's the thing that happens. How do you find HF nets to participate in? I'm sure you don't have 80-meter antenna. If you do, I run HF net starting at until time change at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, about 3.825. As soon as the time change happens, it will switch to 8:30 Central Time when early check-ins start. So you can join that one. There's also a 40-meter net that starts earlier. If you go to omiss.net, that's Oscar Mike India Sierra.net. Right on the homepage, they have times for all that. It's all in Zulu time, so you got to do a little bit of math. In Zulu, if you don't know, is UTC. And join up one of the nets and experiment. I know you have another question about propagation. I will answer that part in that question there. So hopefully that helps. I'm sure there's other types of nets out there as well. Those are the only types I know of, one, and the other one I participate in. And there's lots of different worked out state type nets out there. There's NATA, NATA, that's also in 40 in the earlier evening. 3819 or something like that, I think, is one. I forgot the exact number, but there's another one based on that frequency, and they do the same thing, but they have also different kinds of nets as well. So you can check those out, find something that works for you. Lots on 40 at night, and then lots on 80 as well. And you know how to get a hold of me, and if you have more questions, or maybe I'll talk to you at the Ham Radio Club. But for everyone else, that's what how a lot of those work. Please let me know if you still have questions on that. I can try and answer them.